Skating better and getting pucks deep.
Putting the puck deep.
Put pucks in deep.
He's chipping pucks. He's getting pucks deep.
Getting a lot of pucks deep. Getting pucks deep.
Just put the puck deep.
Getting pucks out. Getting pucks deep.
Get pucks deep. Wear them down.
Get pucks in.
Pucks in.
Pucks in deep.
Puck deep.
Pucks deep.
Keep getting pucks deep and, deep.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pucks and Deep podcast. Back in studio. Finally took us long enough. But today we got some really, really big news. Parker, the franchise Stevens, is here and going to make his decision on what beer league team he's going to be taking his talents to this spring. Parker, where are you taking your talents to?
Yeah, well, I've thought long and hard about this, and I decided to take my talents. I'm gonna stay with the knuckleheads, guys. I'm staying with the knuckleheads. We're going back to back. We're going back to back this year. We got to make it happen, right?
Parker Stevens, you heard it here, guys. Breaking Pucks and Deep news. Parker Stevens is officially back with the Knuckleheads, signing a $17 million deal for 1 year.
Where are we getting that money from?
When am I getting that, bro?
I think our sponsors got that one, man.
No,
sponsors
I
got that?
can tell you for a fact they don't. Seeing as our podcast is one of them, and I don't think any of us have that fucking money.
Yeah,
bro. We're talking Monopoly money here. So, yeah. Guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Olympics are officially on, and I think we got to address probably the biggest Olympic game or moment ever. Did you guys see that Norwegian skier that admitted to cheating on his girlfriend?
No.
Yeah.
I did, actually. I thought you were talking about hockey, Verzan, but...
Yeah, I thought you were talking about hockey too, but...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Let's get back to hockey here.
He did admit he cheated on his girlfriend.
Would you guys do that?
Well, isn't the Olympic Village just everybody fucking?
I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
They provide condoms at the Olympic Village.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he was looking at some Swedish hockey players, and I mean...
was not.
Yeah, you were. You want to talk about that German hockey player?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so breaking news. I'm not joking, scrolling through Instagram, and this picture pops up. Turns out one of the female players on the German national team was on the cover of Playboy magazine.
Yeah, Kylan, he didn't want to see this, guys.
Yes, no, he didn't want to see it. Instagram, literally, Mark Zuckerberg came to his house, put a fucking gun to his head, and said,
"You better look at this
Playboy magazine."
I was just scrolling through reels and it popped up. It was
Kylan involuntarily saw this.
Anyways, it did bring a good question though, and Ali's done a bunch on this of the payments of these Olympic athletes, and they sacrifice so much so they can get to the Olympic sports. Now, I mean, it's different when you have the players that are playing the P-Dub and players that play in the NHL.
Well, I would even argue the P-Dub, you gotta make some sacrifices.
Because a lot of those ladies have played on these national teams before even the P-Dub existed. So
right, and it must have been tougher too when you didn't have a solid league either. Yeah. Obviously NHL players, you get paid. Who cares, right? Like they get all that. But most of these athletes,
get a free 5-star hotel room.
I did
the NHLPA.
I did some work with Bobsleigh Canada, and they were like, it's like thousands of dollars just like to even ship the sled. And most of the time, like they don't have enough funding to either get that there either. But again, that aside, I don't think I'm going to promote my article here because that's probably not the place. Let's get back to some real business here.
He will mention it, though.
I will mention
it. He won't promote it.
I will mention it. I'm not going to promote it, though.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No free promo on this podcast.
No free
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No free promo, man.
No.
We're expensive people, okay?
Are we?
Speak for yourself, Parker.
I signed for like 3 quarter-pounders, dog.
Dog, I didn't give you that. I gave you a stiff handshake.
All right.
Give you all stiff handshakes.
I think we got to start with the big game here. Team Canada defeats Team Czechia 5-0 this morning. I want to hear your guys' takeaways from the game.
I think it was a decent game. Czechia did not look as good as I thought they would, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I thought they were going to look a lot better.
I thought they'd look a lot better.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's also hard when your first game's against a power play one like Canada has. I'm sorry. If you have McKinnon, McDavid, Crosby, Celebrini, and then McCarr as your power play one, you're going to score some goals. I don't know what was expected, but I don't think I expected a little more from Czechia, honestly, because they're like, especially looking at what they have in the World Juniors. I expect a slight bit more from Czechia, and the fact that they are the defending double IHF World Championship.
No, US won it last year, but the year before.
Oh, it was year before?
Yeah.
Then I mixed my
Yeah.
years. I apologize.
No, but yeah, good point.
But with them coming off that recently, I thought they would do a little better than they did against Canada. But
also,
I'm not complaining.
I'd like to make an apology for last podcast.
I guess. I'm just
All right, I'd like to make an apology for last podcast. I mentioned Jacob Dobesh as a part of the Czech team. Turns out he was actually left at home for this tournament.
I don't know.
I was looking at it. Czech's goaltending is actually kind of ridiculous. You got
Dostal
Dostal, Vejmelka, and Vladar.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
Vejmelka?
solid Vejmelka.
Vejmelka.
Isn't it Vejmelka?
No, it's Vejmelka.
Is it
Vejmelka?
The
Okay.
J is pronounced in there.
Okay.
Yeah, down there.
Um,
Which, you know what's wild to think? This is what I saw on the broadcast. So Jacob Dostal has won, I think he's 8-1 in his last.
Lucas Dostal.
Yeah, Lucas.
Is it Lucas?
Yeah,
Lucas.
it's Lucas.
It's Jacob
I just-
Dobesh, Lucas Dostal. Yeah,
Oh, that's my fault. Lucas Dostal is 8-1 in his last 9 NHL games with something I think it's like a 930 save
and
or
let
something
in
like
less than 3 goals in all of those games.
So
Yeah.
the fact that Vejmelka is currently isn't he I think he's tied with Vasilevsky for which stat was it? I think it's save percentage.
He's having a pretty decent season in Utah. Again, he's no game changer goaltender in my personal opinion. But yeah, he's still an incredible goaltender there.
But I'm just saying that I'm surprised they didn't give Vejmelka the start over Dostal, but goes to show you how it's
Absolutely
based
not.
on stats, not based on how they're playing.
Okay, but let's be real here. Dostal's number 1.
Oh,
There is zero
denying that.
question.
I'm not denying that.
If you are playing Canada game 1, you know who you're putting.
Now
in.
the real question is, would you have rather had Vladar as your backup or Vejmelka as your backup? That was one that was a little bit interesting.
I don't
because
think you
Vejmelka
need-
has these great stats, but they didn't even have him
Now
on the
here's
bench.
my thing: is I trust Dostal enough to not have a backup. You know what I mean? I'm
Well, you
running
had a
Dostal
back-
through.
You had a backup. It was Dan Vladar.
Well, I know you had to have a backup, but to me, I'm going in this game. I'm not even thinking about who a backup is. Okay, I'm
unless
thinking
something catastrophic wrong
Lucas
happens.
Dostal. But in my personal opinion here, I don't know. Obviously, Czechia is going in to win, right? They had a chance to win, in my personal opinion. Yes, it was a slight chance, and Canada showed they were way more dominant than the Czechs. But especially in this tournament, goal differential means a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Goal differential is probably going to be the difference if you're going to be playing a Finland or a Denmark first round, right? And that's a huge
Yeah, but
difference.
Finland showed they were frauds as well.
Finland can still get you on a good day. Right? No, that's the thing, though, right?
The Slovakians
Right?
showed that they're
But
frauds.
if you see Saros actually had a good game,
Sweden gave up goals to Italy.
okay, we're gonna talk about that later.
We'll get to that
But
later.
My
We'll do the
point
games later.
is, especially for the Czech, I hate to say it, right? You don't want to run into a Canada or a US in the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
right?
no, you don't want
You
to.
think, in my personal opinion, I think you're aiming for bronze if you're the Czechs, right? You want to try to get in that path where you take on a Sweden, you take on a Finland, you take on Germany in the quarterfinals if you get lucky, right? That way it's a little easier to get to that semifinal and
If you get
give
lucky.
yourself a shot, right?
Yeah.
It goes up against Leon Draisaitl.
Well, who would you rather take on, Germany or Canada,
That's fair.
right? I don't think the Czechs have a chance against Canada or the US, in my personal opinion. So, again, goal differential means a lot. That's the reason why you run Dostal. I don't think you think any twice. And I'm just saying, I'm running Dostal the entire game. The way he's been playing, he's hot right now. Let him play. Now, for these next 2 games, if you're the Czech, you got the Swiss and the French. That's when you give Vejmelka a little start. That's when you give Vladar a little love, right?
Yeah.
That's when you make those runs and you make sure Dostal is ready for that qualifying or quarterfinal game.
for all your big games.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, now,
Another big thing coming out of Canada after that game, Josh Morrissey left the game after 1 period.
yeah, okay, that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't see the play. What happened?
I didn't see it either. In my personal, I didn't see it. We don't know where he honestly got hurt.
Okay.
It just looked,
Everything I saw, there was.
I didn't see any replay or anything about it. He's just
Yeah.
he left for some odd reason. Everyone's like, oh, okay. So I'm guessing it's either number one, a lingering issue, right?
Yep.
Might have just finally cracked. Damn it, sucks. But sucks for us. Thomas Harley or Drew Doughty's gonna step up now. It's not that bad
Should
of an
be
issue.
Harley.
Yeah.
To me, Drew Doughty was incredible.
He had a
Yeah.
good game.
Right?
And I don't know,
And that's why you bring veteran experience. That's why I say you bring a guy like that over Schaefer. My personal opinion, I think they made the right decision.
But we never doubted the fact that Doughty's a good player. The issue is
you guys have doubted Drew Doughty before.
I haven't doubted him as a good player.
I haven't doubted he's a good player. I doubted his consistency. He's been not great this season. He's been a great player his whole career, but he's not been great this season. He had a great game today, and I'm not denying that. But he hasn't been great this season.
You want to talk about another guy that's been very inconsistent in the NHL is Jordan Bennington, 864 save percentage.
I don't know what the hell he's on in the can.
You put him on a Canadian flag, and
I got a hot take. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that he's on a Canadian flag. I think it's the fact that he finally has a defensive core in front of him.
A good point. No, actually, good point. Great point. Yeah, no.
It's been proven that
got no
Wilson's been pretty bad.
It's been proven, like, even with, like, and this is a bad example, but the Stuart Skinner example is he's doing better now in the Penguins. He has a somewhat competent D-core in front of him. If you give an above-average goaltender a somewhat competent D-core in front of him, they're going to be good. The issue is, like...
Darcy Kemper 2022?
Yeah. The issue is you look like, for example, when Skinner was in Edmonton, they had Ekholm, who's competent defensively. Bouchard was questionable defensively. Nurse. And I remember who else they had in that D-core during their last run last year. I remember
Brett Kulak was another name.
He was okay defensively. But what I'm saying, when you give a goaltender like that a competent defensive core, that's the difference. Now, where I think it's getting a little much is that I've saw about 4 posts now online of people saying that Binnington is the greatest Canadian goaltender to ever wear the maple leaf.
No.
I'm not joking you. I've seen 4 posts of it, and they're saying, like, oh, he's won a Stanley Cup, he's won this, he's won that. I'm like, you cannot deny the fact that Carey Price let in 3 goals in, was it 2010 or 2014? He let in 3 goals the whole tournament. Now, keep in mind, these people could also have been rage baiting. I completely understand that. But seeing that in general made me just laugh. Like, it wasn't even it was just funny.
I think we need to bring back the death sentence in Canada. That is a horrific fucking take.
I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm saying that I'm saying I've seen it online. Now it's most likely rage bait, I'm guessing.
Also, speaking of Carey Price, the Canadian Olympic shutout streak for when NHL players are in continues. Yeah.
That was really cool.
All right, what's next, guys?
Anyways,
I still feel like we have a lot to talk about Canada here. First of all,
we do.
Macklin Celebrini was 7 the last time Olympics came in.
No, he's
so much better at life than all of us.
Gosh, he's an 06.
He's incredible.
If you think about that, he's younger than all of us.
Second of all, I want to say
Olympian.
Connor McDavid is a different monster.
Dude, the Tom Wilson with skill.
He is ridiculous. Like, he's
see that
hitting.
hit?
And you know what? I know we talk about, like, a lot of, like, oh, Canada's going more skill-wise and everything, but, like, you saw Mack and McDavid shooting some big freaking hits, and it's like, okay.
Well, who'd you say other than McDavid?
McKinnon.
Well, McKinnon's always hit. He's always been a freight train. Anyone tries to hit him, he reverses them.
Yeah, but I mean, they showed real good Canadian hockey. They were versatile.
It was funny. There was a post I saw, and it was Marchand saying, "Great hit there, Wilson." Wilson's like, I didn't hit a person.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was McDavid. I didn't hit him.
So McDavid, absolute monster. McKinnon, incredible. The power play looks amazing. Oh my.
They're so fun to watch.
But again, what do you expect when you have like those guys on your freaking power play?
It's gross.
One guy that kind of shocked me, and he scored a huge goal. Bo Horvat had a great game.
That was an amazing goal.
Beautiful
Beautiful.
goal. And like that just shows you that like that's our 4th liner.
Yeah.
That's our 4th liner.
Yeah, man.
Right? That's a 4th liner? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's my captain right there.
No, you traded him.
Captain.
No, that's my captain right there.
But yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic on this team.
I don't hold any hope. Because every time I've held hope on a Canadian team, they've crushed it.
So, I'm cautiously optimistic. Again, it's one game.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting this Czechia game to be as dominant as it was.
Yeah,
it was a surprise.
I thought Czechia would put up. I thought Canada's going, but I thought it'd be like a 4-2 or a 3-2 type game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I didn't think a 5-0.
You look, and I know we usually say that there's a top 4 and then there's everybody else, right? Like that's kind of been our thinking this entire time, but it looks so close now. Like you look at it. Okay, Slovakia upsets Finland. right? Not that big of an upset, but it's still like, whoa, that's an eye popper, right?
They upset because some random AHL goaltender turned into prime Carey Price for a game.
And Juraj Slavkovsky is just a monster, right?
Well, yeah, we already knew Slav was a
Now,
monster.
I think the bigger one is I'm going to actually quote Raiders superstar Evan Chant on this, actually. So before we went for wings on Wednesday, he sent me, where was it? Okay. Can't wait to watch Italy get the shit kicked while we're eating our wings. 5-2.
It was not a shit kicking as much.
I was going to say,
They were,
now,
the fact they
shots were
scored-
like 61-22. Let's just put that there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the fact that they got 2 goals, it's impressive. Now, is that impressive because of their team or impressive because Philip Gustafsson did not play very great for those?
I agree
first
with
period?
that. And second of all, like, I know Italy is the only team with no NHLer, right?
Yeah.
But Damian Clara, people forget that this kid's a second round pick. He's like only 20, right?
Yeah, he's an 05.
He is gonna be ridiculous in this league.
Now, here's my question for you guys. As Team Sweden, do you go back to Gustafsson next game, or do you guys switch it
Now-
up and try Markstrom, or didn't they bring Wallstedt as their other goaltender?
Yes.
Yeah, it is Wallstedt. Okay.
This
Do you
is
switch it up and go with Markstrom? Do you with Wallstedt?
Great
'Cause
question.
Because I mean, Wallstedt and Gustafsson have been going for a while.
now.
They've been playing fantastic for Minnesota. So do you go Wallstedt and give Wallstedt a look? Do you go with veteran and deal with Markstrom? Because who are they playing next? Who's Sweden play next?
Next game, and I'm going to actually just rage about this right now. The Finland-Sweden game is at 4 a.m. in the morning. Okay?
Yeah, I ain't watching
Finland versus Sweden. That's an incredible matchup. That's probably one of the best rivalry games we're going to
keep
see,
in mind-
barring if Canada, USA matches up, right, towards the end. But, like, this is the closest thing to a guaranteed rivalry we're going to see.
Ali, no one cares about the West over there. That timing fits up perfectly for where Sweden and Finland are.
I just wish they put it for the 8:30 game. In my personal opinion.
Yeah, but they're not pandering towards the West. They don't give a shite about the West who's trying to watch the games. They are in Italy. They put it at a time where everyone in Finland and Sweden can watch it, where the main fan bases are. Now, true, got people like us who are going to be like, yeah, we want to watch all the games we can, and that's a great rivalry game. We're going to watch it. But most people, like in North America, they're only going to watch either the American games or the Canadian games.
Just to get that argument, it's still an 11 o'clock. 11 in the morning start time for them in the morning.
Oh yeah, it's an early one, but
you can't even put it like an afternoon one where you put it at like a 6 a.m. or 8 a.m. our time. In my personal opinion,
It's scheduling.
again, I get it, whatever, scheduling. But like to me, that was the game that I looked on. Like when you saw the groups, I'm like, that's the game you need to watch. And to me, it's huge now because Finland, if you go 0-2 here, that's some scary shit now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Like you're looking at this and it's like, oh shit.
I'm gonna make a bold claim right now. If Finland loses to Sweden, I'm officially calling them on fraud watch.
I mean, I feel like
On
they
watch.
already on fraud watch.
They're missing some pieces, though.
No, that's the thing. Is
That's
no
the
Barkov
issue.
and no line is the big
No
issue.
lining.
Yeah.
You're missing your top playmaker. You're missing your top scorer from previous tournaments, at least.
Yep.
Well,
So-
yeah, Barkov is like everything for that
That's
team.
who I was
That's
referring
your-
to.
that's your heart and soul.
And you're missing the Fortnite man himself. Like that's a locker room guy right there.
Like I hate to say it, but I think the most valuable guy for the States is Matthew Tkachuk or Brady Tkachuk. It's the Tkachuks, right?
Yeah.
I feel like those guys are the heart and soul. If one of them
Speaking
goes
of the
out,
States, I got a rant here. Why is Austin Matthews the damn captain?
'Kay.
Please
Yeah.
tell me why. Every other captain in the Olympics, I understand. I understand the Czech one. I understand that. I understand Team Canada was a no-brainer. I understand Landeskog. I even understand Mikhail Granlund. I don't understand Matthews for the pure reason that you have guys like
GT Miller.
No, that is the farthest thing from the captain I'd ever talk about. I don't know how he's an NHL captain. But you have guys like Quinn Hughes. You have guys like Matthew Tkachuk. You have guys like Brady Tkachuk. Charlie McAvoy. I think any one of those four, or even Dylan Larkin, any one of those 5 guys would have been better captains, in my opinion, than Matthews.
Austin Matthews knows how to win.
You're lying. You're just lying. He's never made past the second round, and he hasn't won an international tournament.
Wow.
No, those are some good points actually. Great
Where,
points.
I don't like you have like Eve like I don't. I'm annoyed with how he left. I get that with kind of hint on Calgary. But Matthew Tkachuk, he's a 2-time Stanley Cup champion. He's been through it all. He hits and everything like that. He could be your captain. You have Quinn Hughes who leads by example. Charlie McAvoy who leads by example.
You know what? I think the captain should have been Brady Tkachuk.
I'm with you as well.
That guy
That's fine with me too. I don't care.
Yells U.S. hockey.
Just
right? And he's a captain in Ottawa.
Just not Matthews.
guess.
Why is Matthews a captain? I don't think Matthews should be an NHL captain.
Okay. Again, I understand choosing the best player, right?
Is he really
He's
your
not,
best
though.
player?
I think on paper he's the best player in the U.S.
Yeah,
I
paper
think-
doesn't mean shit. We've learned.
I think on paper the best player in the U.S. is Quinn Hughes.
Do you remember when he was a Canuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Good days.
yeah.
I completely disagree. I think on paper the best player on the U.S. team is Connor Hellebuck.
You can't give a goalie a captain, unfortunately.
You can't
right?
give a goalie.
No, but no, I agree. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Connor Hellebuck. Okay,
Yeah.
but like player-wise,
Player wise, I would not give it to Matthews.
I think Matthews is the best player.
Yeah, I think he's the best goal scorer. I wouldn't say best player overall.
Yeah, best goal
I would
scorer.
give best player overall to. It's hard because like the thing with the U.S. is they don't have, in my opinion, they have a ton of skilled
No,
players.
Austin Matthews is the best player on that team. There's like one argument for Quinn Hughes. I think Austin Matthews, skill-wise,
yes, okay.
skill-wise, Austin Matthews is the best American player right now.
I get what you're saying now. I understand.
Leadership-wise,
That's what I was
heart-wise,
talking about. That's what I was talking about. Okay.
Brady Tkachuk, my personal
Yeah.
opinion. Yes.
Brady or Matthew would have been way better for your heart. Either one of those, just they're fucking nail guns as well.
Yeah.
They don't care. They'll go out there.
Like,
they'll hit. They'll get in the dirty areas you have to. I have not seen Matthews once.
And
go
let me
into the
just
dirty
say,
areas once.
like, I
And when
know
I say dirty areas, I'm not
as a
meaning
Canadian-
like I'm not meaning like attack someone or fight someone. I'm meaning like get in the corners and rough it up. Now, true, I don't watch a ton of Leafs hockey because fuck Leafs fans. But at the same time, I haven't seen him do that in any of the games I've played.
Now, one thing I will say here
seen,
is I also think the U.S. is trying to replicate Canadian hockey, if that makes sense, in that way. Because if you look at Canadian hockey, our best player has always been our leader, right? You go from Sidney Crosby, you go
Not
to
this year.
Mario Lemieux, you go.
I wouldn't say Sidney Crosby's our best player. He's our best leader.
No, but I mean, like, our best players have always been our captain. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
now I get
our
what you're saying.
generational guy has always been our captain, right? Gretzky was the captain. Lemieux was the captain. He passed it to Crosby.
Crosby will pass it to McDavid
We all
or
know who's
McCarr.
going to be the captain in 2028. We already know.
McDavid.
Right? McDavid's the captain, no question, in 2028. Right? But, I mean, we pass it from generation to generation to generation. And for some reason, we know how to build leaders here. Right? I think the U.S. is trying to do the same, where your best player is your captain, and he's going to pass it on to the next generational talent,
But the issue is,
Matthews is that generational talent they have.
but the issue is he's not. He doesn't have the leadership qualities enough. When I think of a leader, I think of like it's a perfect example of that clip is Crosby. I don't remember. They were in the Cup Finals back when they had their old Pittsburgh jersey with like the tan, and
Like the 09 finals? Yeah, 09.
I think
It was
so.
09.
It's one of them.
Or
Anyways,
08, but whatever.
Letang missed a wide open net, and he's sitting there, and on the other end of the bench, guys are saying, "How the fuck do you miss it? It was wide open." And Crosby leans back and says, "Hey guys, he fucking knows. Like he'll get another one. Like shut the fuck up. Let's just go here." And he tells McClang, "You'll get another one." Like that, in my opinion, as a leader, I have not seen Matthews do that. The best portion that comes to my mind is when Matthews and Marner were arguing on the fucking bench. And
with Nylander,
Willie
yeah.
Nylander had to sit there and say, "Shut the fuck up, guys! Like you just bitch and whine
Stop
about everything."
bitching.
Like in my opinion, if that's happening on a bench, that's not a leader, in my opinion, or not more than an alternate captain. I agree with alternate captains being your super high skill guys because they lead by example when they're on the ice. Someone like Nathan McKinnon, who's, as far as I know, from what I've seen on the benches at least. Again, I'm not an NHL analyst. I don't know what the fuck goes on in those locker rooms. But as far as I can tell, he's a little more quiet. He's heads down, gritty, gets to work.
So from
Is he
my
louder? I
understanding,
haven't heard him.
He's like one of like the most
Nathan
emotional
McKinnon
guys.
was actually named the youngest captain. He was stripped of the captaincy, but apparently the reason is he's like super fucking intense to the point where he can rub some guys off the wrong way. So as a captain,
I didn't know that.
as a captain, apparently he wasn't great, like as intense. Like again, you look at JT Miller because JT Miller is another very intense guy that rubs guys the wrong way sometimes. Right? I feel as a captain, you gotta be a little bit more neutral. But you gotta have guys like Nate Mack being there keeping guys accountable, right?
But I didn't actually know he was named captain though.
No, he was the youngest captain in NHL history.
I thought it was just went straight to Landeskog, so I learned something new today.
No, because Colorado for some reason was like, "Oh, you're a rookie. Here's a captaincy." Because Cole Harbor, Nova Scotia, kid gets drafted first overall. Oh, we've seen this story before, right?
Either way, but as I was saying, it's you have guys that your alternates who are your leaders because they lead on the ice, and then in my opinion, your captain is a guy who also has to lead off the ice and like lead the players like that.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I haven't seen Matthews do that as much. And speaking of captaincies in
The United States of America.
Let's talk about that game against Latvia. I didn't even see a final score.
I watched the game. At first, it looked a little scary. It was like a 1-1. It was closer than I expected. But at the same time, when you look at that game, I think the U.S. hit like 1,700 posts.
Yeah,
so I just feel like it was just more like 5-1 looks close.
Yeah.
It looks pretty close for USA Latvia, right?
Latvia, yeah. Especially with the USA roster they have.
You also got to look at it at the point of they were just really unlucky that they hit so many freaking posts. Like they started celebrating when they hit the post. They thought that was it, right? Like it was just bad puck luck. One thing I will say about this tournament is it feels like these smaller country goalies are just becoming gods. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like we had an AHLer come in. He's crazy.
Yeah.
They're performing, but
Damian Clara had a crazy night. No, but like you're making like 50 save nights here.
Oh yeah,
right? Elvis Merzlikins. I know he's a pretty established goaltender in the NHL, but like that guy was different today.
One thing I will say as well is I've noticed as well every once in a while players have made goalies look good on some shots, and that happens in general. And I do agree with you that they're making fantastic saves and that they're really stepping up. But I also, when they step up like this in international play, it makes me wonder why certain guys don't ever step up in the professional careers when they're getting paid for it. Now I get the country pride in your sleeve and all that stuff, and then why you have guys like Gustafsson or Soros who are these established guys when they're getting paid millions of dollars, and they get into their country sweater and they have the nerves. And the nerves are normal. But then why are you have these guys who are not being paid that, who are not established guys in the NHL or not like seen as superstar goaltenders, who get their country's jersey on and realize, oh, this shit's easy.
Like everyone's going to talk about 2014 Latvia.
Like why can't
like
you do that in the NHL?
Played 3 games in the NHL, but
couldn't take the pressure.
61 of 62?
Yeah.
Against, like, let's be honest, Team Canada 2014 was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, they had the closest game out of the U.S. and Sweden. We're talking, like, Patrick Kane, Phil Kessel, U.S., and we're talking Henrik Lundqvist, Sweden, right?
Why are we including Phil Kessel in that?
Okay, no, Phil Kessel was a
Whoa, why are you dissing my boy Phil Kessel
TJ
like
Sochi.
that?
TJ Sochi was different, okay? But yeah, I was looking at that. Another game that kind of went under, I didn't watch it. Switzerland beat France 4-0, whatever.
I didn't even know they were playing.
Because they played at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
For our time,
if you're watching at 4 a.m. in the morning, Switzerland, France, I actually really respect that. You are a legend.
I don't respect it. I think you need to reevaluate your life choices because do you not have work?
So,
why are you waking up that early
Czechia,
to
Canada,
watch that
we've talked about.
Staying up that late.
Latvia, US, I don't think put too much stock into that. Germany, Denmark, I watched. Freaking Leon Draisaitl, different monster completely.
Leon Draisaitl was goated.
One thing I did say is Germany looked a little weaker than I thought they would.
Who's that goalie again?
Grubauer.
Yeah.
It is Grubauer.
Now they looked way weaker than I thought they would be. They got outshot by the Danes. To me, the Danes played the better game.
Denmark in the men's tournament at least. They're not great in the World Juniors, but in the men's tournament at least, they've been like not your
great,
top
but
guys, but they're
solid.
not a. They're like a Latvia. They're not your top guy, but they're not your bottom guy either.
On paper, though, like Germany has way more NHLers than them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I felt like you got outshot 38-26.
But again,
that's the scary part.
The theme of hockey this past season, and this is just general season, is that on paper means fuck all.
Yeah, look at the Canucks.
Look at the Canucks start of the season. Canucks start of the season on paper should have been within the top 3 teams Pacific. Look at them now; they're in the basement. On paper, after the season last year, the Jets should be.
Yeah, we're getting Gavin McKenna.
The Jets should be top of the league. They're in the basement.
No, I agree.
On paper,
It's
2 years ago,
Gavin McKenna, charges dropped, by the way.
Right after the Kachuk trade, on paper, the Calgary Flames should have been top of the Pacific. On paper, with just getting Huberdeau before Kurt from Huberdeau.
I get that on paper argument, but to me, Germany looked like they had some holes, and I thought they'd be a little bit better. And just my personal opinion. They look kind of exposed, especially against what was considered the weakest team coming in, not named Italy, Denmark. I was a little shocked that Denmark kind of had them running circles around.
Maybe
Again,
they should be staying at a 5-star hotel as a team.
Their top tier talent, Germany, it bailed them out in the end.
Maybe they should stay at a 5-star hotel. I'm just saying.
Slovakia, Finland, I think we kind of talked about. Yuri Slavkovsky!
Dude, that goalie is like 44th in AHL save percentage, and he's just stoning the Finns.
Crazy. Like, legitimately, what a crazy game to watch.
Now, other than Saros, who's their backup? Is it Lankinen?
Shots were 40-25. It's Lankinen, and then I believe, is it Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen? No, Korpisalo's in now.
Korpisalo, because Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is gone.
Yes.
Now, do you after seeing Saros like that, do you give Lankinen a shot? Because you gave him a shot in the Four Nations, and he performed.
No, that's a good point.
I'll tell you that much.
Is you look at that Sweden game,
he performed.
Saros led in 2-on-4, and they're like, no, we got to move to Lankinen. This is a must-win game for the Finns.
I
You
think
can't
he
go
moves
0-2.
Lankinen,
Now, again,
Saros has been looking shoddy recently. I don't know what's going on with him.
thing is Saros in a Finn jersey just is not working. You know what I mean? I don't know why. He's
Maybe
one of those guys that
maybe he's actually Swedish.
Oh my god. Breaking news. But yeah, I'd probably give the run to Lankinen. Because that game's a must win. For Sweden though,
I would give Wallstedt a shot.
Because the issue is
against a team like the Finns as well, is they have enough skill that you can't let them get like Slovakia has skill, but not the same talent in so many players as the Finns have.
One player that's not in the NHL.
Yeah. So against a team like that, you cannot be having your goaltender go off to a slow start.
I think you have to put Wallstedt in there.
You cannot let what happened against Italy, against that caliber of guys, that slow start that Gustafsson had, even if it doesn't happen again, you can't risk having that happen again against a team like the Finns. So, in my opinion, I would go Wallstedt, and I would put Markström back.
Okay.
That's my opinion. I would tell Gustafsson, look, just take a rest. You'll back up the next game, and then give each goalie a game.
I hate to say it. I think this game is huge for the Swedes. I think you go Markström here.
You can go with that too.
I think you just got to go with experience, unfortunately.
That works well as well. I'm just saying I would not go back to Gustafsson.
I agree.
I think Gustafsson's a great goaltender. He's playing fantastic in Minnesota.
No.
Just the slow start he had, you can't risk that against the Finns.
We talked about this already a little bit. Sweden, Italy was a little bit shocking.
Yeah.
Now, goal differential is the tiebreaker here.
Yes.
That is humongous in this group. Okay. When you look at that Sweden-Finland game now, right, this also means a lot for the Swedes, right? Because if the Finns win this game, and I don't know how Italy's goaltender Clara's looking now with that injury, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Like, if the Finns win this one against the Swedes and then run up what we actually expect from Finland-Italy, 10-0 win, the Swedes are then down a little bit here. Yeah. Right?
I would love to see
And then you might see a Sweden-US, Sweden-Canada quarterfinal.
I would love to see a miraculous Italy quarterfinal matchup.
That would be pretty cool to watch.
They would lose, but even if they're against Canada, I would probably still cheer for Italy. Because I know Canada's still going to beat them, but the miraculous run would be so funny to watch.
It would be fun. It would be
like the old times where it was, these 11-0, 15-0 games with Canada against these teams.
Yeah.
Or Jordan Binnington falls on the face of the planet and
Italy wins, dude. They would call that the massacre in the miracle. No, miracle.
I don't think you understand.
The miracle in Milan.
The Canadians, dude. The whole of Canada would look like the Canucks after 2011.
It would be the massacre in Milan. That's what it would be called.
Dude, I'm convinced Canadians would send a ballistic missile into Milan.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, no, we're in her.
Bro. Dude, we're just hucking maple syrup at them at that point.
Send the grenades.
Make them all sticky.
I didn't like it. You said that. I didn't like that at all.
No. You guys want to know?
I did not like to make them all sticky.
You know what I would do?
Make them all sticky.
I would send speakers in and blast Nickelback so they have to hear that 24/7.
Bro,
that's a war crime.
Okay, no.
I just send
hot take. Nickelback's not even that bad. Stop hating on Nickelback.
Bro,
They're not even that bad.
All we gotta do is get Ali a Metro card in Italy with a JBL speaker, and
it's just Fetty Wap playing the whole
time.
You'll
just terrorize the streets. You'll just terrorize the streets of Italy.
He's just playing Mo Bamba the whole time.
Yeah.
You guys know when Florence was founded? 1738.
I hate you so much.
Hey, okay. So
I
actually want to talk to you guys. We've kind of
talked
talked about this. I want to just get your prediction for tomorrow's game, Finland-Sweden. This podcast is probably not going to come out in time, but Finland-Sweden predictions.
I think it's gonna be a close game.
I agree.
I think we're gonna go 3-4 for Finland.
I'm going 3-4
in overtime.
I'm going 3-4 Swedes.
I got a 3-2 Swede narrow win.
No,
I think
I'm calling it here. Mika Zibanejad scores the winner.
I think that on both sides, it really, really comes down to what goaltender you play and what goaltender shows up. Because both
fair.
teams have the skill and the players. It's a matter of, first off, for the Swedes, which of your 3 fantastic goaltenders you play. I wouldn't go with Gustafsson, so it's which 2 would you play. And then for the Finns, it's who do you turn to? Do you go back to Saros or do you give Lankinen a shot? Because let's be real here. Unless something really, really major happens, Korpisalo, as much of a decent goaltender he is, he's not touching a start, in my opinion. Do you go back to Saros? Do you turn to Lankinen like you did in the Forest Nations? And then whichever goaltender shows up better, I think that's the team that wins it.
Okay.
Because they're very evenly matched. They're both led very well as well.
Another thing, Slovakia, Italy. I feel like this game actually becomes interesting now.
I think
This would be an interesting game because it's a battle of the goalies.
well, Italy,
again, if Claro's okay, right?
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's a huge
but I mean,
asterisk there.
but I mean, Italy did prove they have a little offense, right? They scored 2 goals.
Yeah, on Gustafsson that was daydreaming about his 5-star hotel bed.
Okay, no, but you also got to remember, though, like, as a goaltender, when
About to play
all of the offense is in... Okay, no, but, like, I've had these games, too, where I feel like my worst games are when I'm getting the least amount of shots. Right? Like, where the team is just completely dominating, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, shit, someone's there, right? Like,
No, I get what you're saying.
you're
By
not feeling the puck, right?
Yeah, no.
So
I get what you're saying by that, but at the same time, as an NHL goaltender who's a starter in the NHL, I would say, well, or was a starter at least.
You should be
I
kind
don't
of
know.
ready to
Him
go.
and Wallside kind of tandem it properly now. But as someone who's been an established goaltender in NHL, you should have enough of a system where you can keep yourself dialed in.
Yeah.
Because you have games like that in the NHL as well.
not like a 60-20 outshoot,
Yeah,
right?
but
Like,
you don't have teams like Italy in the NHL. Well, I mean, there's the Canucks, so
I mean, they both wear blue and green.
it's true.
So, another thing.
Noted Canucks legend Elias Pettersson. The defenseman, not the forward. We don't like the forward.
Okay. So, another thing I want to actually talk about, I think we've kind of killed the men's hockey here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some women's hockey here. Did you guys watch that Canada-US game?
No.
No.
Okay.
I did not because I knew how it was going to turn out.
Yeah.
Kylan doesn't like women's hockey.
No.
Right here, right now.
That's not at all. I actually have
I don't like
watching
watching Canada lose.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it's as simple
I saw
as
that Spooner was injured.
You mean Poulin?
And Poulin was Spooner.
It was
injured?
Poulin.
I know.
Spooner wasn't there.
I knew Poulin was injured. There's someone sitting in the box with her. Was there not? Up in the press box.
That was Poulin.
But there was Poulin and there was another girl with her.
Was there?
Yeah.
Give me
I
a second.
saw it because Poulin pulled her sweater above her face, and all I kept seeing in the comments was she's cussing in French right now.
Oh yeah, she's definitely saying tabernacle under that. Bro.
But anyways, either way, I saw Poulin was out, and I like the Team Canada, but again, we've seen against Team USA. Team USA is much younger, I find.
No, yeah, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
They have like four college people on there.
But not just. But when I say I find, I'm not just meaning like their actual age. I mean the way they play. I find they play a little younger in their skill and speed.
Spooner played 15 minutes, -1.
She did? Okay, because I know the game before she had an injury. I just didn't know if it was put her out against the U.S.
Who was out, and then I don't think there was any other scratches past that.
That's weird.
No, there was one more scratch. Sorry, goalie Kaylee Osborne.
Oh, that's probably who she was sitting with. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, but with Poulin out, who's been not only one of the best Canadians to put on that jersey and a great leader for that team, but also one of the most proficient in clutch games.
Yeah.
And with the U.S. completely dominating that rivalry series, I didn't have a ton of hope personally. I thought maybe we could make it make it closer than 5-0, but I also didn't want to get up at 6:20 a.m.
Now, one thing I want to say, it wasn't 6:20. It was actually at noon.
That was a noon game.
That was a noon game.
Yeah, I didn't watch it just because I knew what the outcome
So,
was.
I thought it was
No,
at 6 a.m.
agreed.
I thought it was
The
6
one
a.m.
thing to
online.
say is the U.S. did sweep Canada in the rivalry series. That is fair. Now,
Yeah.
one argument for that coming into this was Canada never played their best players in that. They got more of their young players to get experience in that rivalry series. So there was hope because you didn't have Anne-Renee Desbiens playing, who's apparently the best goaltender in women's hockey.
Dude, she is disgusting. She's like a 940 save percentage in the P-dub.
Now,
that's disgusting.
That is gross.
The one thing I will say is the team just fell flat. And it's reminding me a lot of, like, if you look at it, like Finland, where you don't have Barkov, and the team just doesn't have that leader to rally around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Doesn't have the
I
heart.
think this game, that game against the U.S., it showed how much Poo means to this.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
To this
We
team.
missed Alexander Brown-Vetchkin for one game in Knuckleheads, and we lost that game pretty bad.
Just saying, what happened when the franchise wasn't there, right?
Right? So, no, but all I'm saying is, like, I know it sounds dumb, but, like, there are generational locker room people, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are certain people in that locker room that when you're down, like if again, the US scored 10 minutes in, right? And then they scored again. And it's like you're down 2-0 by the first. It didn't feel like anyone rallied around. You know what I mean? There was no rally. There was no like heart or like, you know what, we're going to give it out.
To come back,
right? It just kind of felt like, all right, let's just try not to make this ugly. But you're Team Canada,
you got
right?
scored on. It's already ugly, man.
Can I mention as well, Desbiens, her, you know, her nickname is in the P-dub. They call her the Green Monster. They nicknamed her after the wall in Fenway Park that is extremely hard to hit a ball over. You know how fucking good you have to be named after the Green Monster wall in Fenway Park?
She's
Has been
ridiculous.
there forever.
And again, like
oh my gosh, she's an all green
just
setup in the
let her to
fifth league as
dry.
well.
Yeah.
Right?
She's an all green setup. Dude.
That's the issue. Is the defense just let her out to dry. And honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm glad they lost because historically speaking.
Okay, let's not.
No. I'm just saying, historically
Canada
speaking,
win when they lose against the U.S. first.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Historically speaking, when Canada loses to the U.S. in the group stage, they always seem to win. Right? And I would rather, honestly, get punched in the face in the group stage than in a quarterfinal.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
rather just
fair.
not get punched in the face in general.
Well, no. Like, obviously, you're going to have your 2014 runs, but, like, this is hockey. You're going to lose games.
Yeah.
Right? Shit happens. This is hockey.
I think for the women's team, it's a matter of how they bounce back for their
so
for the rest of it.
The 5-0 win against Finland, they showed some fight. They showed the passion. They showed the love for it again. They were smiling on the bench. And to me, that says a lot because they were having fun again. Right? You saw that game against the U.S. It felt like they just gave up. Like after one goal. That's my personal opinion. It feels like they got their mojo back, and I feel like Poulin probably cussed them out in French in the dressing room. And that says a lot.
Give us an example of that, Ali.
Don't.
No, I'm joking. Don't.
I could. Okay.
Please don't.
I'm just going to put out the bracket right now. So, U.S., Italy. I think we already know how that's going to go.
I think Italy sweeps them.
Yeah.
U.S.
U.S.
Yeah.
Finland, Switzerland.
Finland.
I feel like I have to go with the Finns here.
Finland.
A4 versus A5. I got to go to the Finns.
Finland.
Switzerland, though, however, has a nasty goaltender.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty goaltender. Almost stole that game from Canada. Sweden versus the Czechs. I know I said the Czechs are going to win bronze.
Female Czechs are not looking that good right now.
I'm going to go with the Swedes here.
I'm gonna say that the female Czechs have not looked that good. I expected more of a fight against the both Czech teams. I've expected more of a fight when they've played Canada.
Yeah. I had the Czechs originally winning bronze. I'm switching my choice to the Swedes. I think the Swedes are going to pull off the upset against the Czechs here. And then Canada, Germany. I hope we can all choose
Canada.
And then semifinal, ours our predictions, US, Finland. I think we already know US. And then
It's gonna be U.S. Canada final.
Canada, Sweden.
Canada.
You think Canada's going to beat Sweden really easily?
Yeah.
It's going to be a close one. I'm saying that.
I don't think it'll be easy, but I think they win.
I think they will because again, you can't deny the fact that Canada has an entire roster of P-dub players when most of the
Let's just go bronze medal for fun of this. Sweden versus the Finns for
Shocker,
bronze.
it's the Big Four again. Sweden.
I'm going to go to Swedes for the bronze.
Sweden.
And then
The Big Four again.
Canada versus US in gold.
I want Canada to win, but I think it'll be the U.S. I want Canada to win, but
Yeah.
You wanna go?
I mean, we don't always get what we want in life.
You know what?
it's tough because counting out that U.S. team, that U.S. female team, they're so good
They are.
and they're fast.
They
Yeah,
are.
they're good.
But Poulin's also Poulin.
But yeah. But Canada
quote
gets
the great
gold every
Herb
day.
Brooks, they might beat us 9 out of 10 times. Not this time.
Noted U.S. coach. beat
I know.
the Red Army as
I
the
know.
U.S. and is using a quote to beat the U.S. All right, buddy.
I think
Parker's just
Canada.
whistling.
No, but like Canada got fucking embarrassed. Like that was embarrassing. You have to admit. Everyone looked at that and they're like, "That is fucking embarrassing."
Yeah.
Right? You just got spanked by the U.S. That wasn't even close. That wasn't even close. Like that looked like a third world country against the U.S.
Yeah.
Right? That's like telling the U.S., "Hey, there's oil there," and they're just gonna run it over.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened there. Right? I think Canada has something to prove. I think this is gonna be a very specific prediction. Canada's gonna win 2-1 overtime, and Marie-Philippe Poulin will score that overtime goal again for the second time in the Olympics.
So here's the biggest question: who do you think is the greatest Canadian to put on the sweater? Crosby
If
or
Poulin,
Poulin?
in my prediction, if Poulin scores that, I'm gonna go Poulin over Wickenheiser right now.
Okay,
Over that,
yeah.
if she wins.
Poulin or
Again, if she
Crosby.
wins. Right now,
If she
Wick
gets
is
the
still
gold,
the GOAT.
Wick is the GOAT
Wick is the
right
GOAT.
now.
If we're talking in general hockey, like men's and women's, would you go Crosby or Poulin? I'm going Crosby.
Sidney Crosby is my GOAT.
That's my goal.
He's my GOAT. I have
Dude.
to. I have to. Sidney
Okay,
Crosby
no,
is
but
my
you see,
GOAT.
to me, this is an unfair prediction because Crosby hasn't been in the Olympics the last 2 years.
But he's been
Okay.
he's been in the Canadian sweater though. As
Of
captain.
right now, at this exact moment, I think Sidney Crosby is better than Poulin. I think if Poulin wins an...
No, because just because he was in the
Okay,
Olympics.
to me,
just
Wick
'cause
is
he
the
was-
GOAT. Wick is the GOAT. Wick's number one.
I would put Crosby number one.
No, Wickenheiser's number
No,
one.
Wick's number one.
Wick's number
Crosby's
one.
number two. Poulin is
sorry.
number three. But if Poulin wins it, she jumps up to one.
When I think Canadian hockey,
I think.
when I think Canadian hockey, I see Haley Wickenheiser. That's just
Yeah.
my personal opinion. To me,
I still see
And
Crosby
again-
just because I never watched the women's game when Wickenheiser was there. I didn't
Kylan
watch it.
hates women.
No,
You
no, I
heard it
don't.
right here.
No, I don't. Not
This
at
is
all.
this is. I know we
That's-
don't have the button here, but this podcast is for comedy purpose only. but
No, it's something that I just when I was younger, I didn't ever watch. The
When he
women's
was
game.
younger, he didn't like women either.
No, shut up.
Did you have cooties?
Shut the fuck up for once.
I think
just didn't watch
Kylan
the
caught
women's game.
cooties.
Kylan's afraid of cooties.
Yeah.
Parker, you've never touched a woman in your life. Neither
That's-
have you, Allie. Shut the fuck up.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, women are scary busters. Second of all,
By touch, I mean being in their presence.
yeah, no.
They get close to you, you scream
Bro, yeah, that's because I don't want them near me.
because they have cooties.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
they're
ain't trying to
fucking
catch those
scary,
cooties,
man.
all right? Look, bro, I catch cooties, my wallet's dipped in half. You know what I mean?
As I was saying, dude,
Dude, exactly, bro.
I'm just saying.
I get cooties, I got no more money, bro. That's how
Amen to
it
that,
works.
brother.
That's how it
Dude,
works.
dude. No. Okay. Anyways, moving on. When I was younger, I didn't ever watch the women's game. I just didn't. So I don't remember, like, when I think of Canadian international hockey, I think of Crosby because I watched that more when I was younger. But it's all what you watch, right? Like it's all personal opinion. Like if you go to someone who's watching Gretzky was there or watched the Summit Series, they're gonna say Gretzky or Lemieux, right?
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna like it's whatever you've watched, right? Like you watch someone who just started watching when Bedard was in, they're gonna say, oh, Bedard's the face of that because they're gonna be just have watched that one fucking World Juniors where he just went crazy in his bubble. Like, I mean, it's I can see the argument for Wickenheiser. I'm not denying that. I think Crosby, in my opinion, but that's my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
What time we at?
I'm personally thinking Wick. Right now we're at 48.
48.
That's
Yeah.
not bad. I
So-
thought we were longer. I'll be honest.
There was one other thing that I think we wanted to talk about. Was there something you wanted to bring up, Kai? Oh, no. That was the Playboy, right?
Yeah, it's just more about that. I think they should be because like NHL players, it's one thing because they get their money, but it's everyone else's.
Yep. Yeah, I think otherwise we've kind of covered everything today.
Big news:
Yeah,
franchise resigns.
Yeah, Knucklehead's
Yes,
new
yes, good
calendar
news
is
there.
coming
Speaking
soon.
of which, there will be a Knucklehead season 2. So if you guys have any ideas for anything like that, we do have some new members on the team. So hopefully we'll get them mic'd up for a couple games.
It's gonna be just like Parker, bigger and better.
Bigger and better, just like our new stadium apparently.
Yes,
According
yeah.
to
New
Two-story-
stadium,
The
Two-story locker room.
to fit the
two-story
franchise.
locker.
To fit the franchise.
What do I get a floor to myself? I get a private room,
Please tell me it's the bottom floor.
dude. Do I
Of
get?
course, the bottom floor, dude. He'll fall through the floor.
Do I get a specialty shower?
Use them sweet. Yeah, we don't shower. Get repeating.
Oh my lord. Okay, I feel like that's a great ending to the podcast. Yeah.
On that note,
Yep,
like
there
and
you go.
subscribe,
I hate
everybody.
you.
Yes, please like and subscribe.
And,
And
thanks
we
for
will
watching.
see you guys. We're going to do a lot more Olympic content, I think, definitely, now
Yeah.
that's going to come down. So we'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.